Version 5.1 introduced SIP functionality to Victor and VideoEdge, with the Victor application server acting as free switch server for any SIP-enabled device on the same subnet. See the video entitled SIP Bidirectional Audio in Victor version 5.1 and above for further information on this, as well as for the principal stages in adding and setting up SIP devices. In VideoEdge and Victor version 5.2 and above, numerous enhancements are included which extend the effectiveness, flexibility and power of the SIP functionality. VideoEdge's running version 5.2 can be used as SIP proxies, enabling the Victor application server to connect to SIP devices on different subnets. To configure a VideoEdge as a SIP proxy, navigate to the Advanced menu and then select SIP Proxy. Click on the Enabled button, which shows the pre-configured inbound and outbound interfaces of ETH1 and ETH0 respectively. In a normal setup, these default interface settings would not require any amendment. The free switch server address to be entered will be that of the relevant Victor application server. Then simply click the Save icon and the SIP proxy setup is complete. To add a camera via SIP proxy in Victor, simply navigate to the relevant camera in the device list, right-click and select Edit. In the SIP Settings field, add the SIP ID of the camera and then click on the Use VideoEdge SIP Proxy checkbox, and then select Save or Save and Close. The camera is now accessible to the Victor application server via the VideoEdge as SIP Proxy, regardless of whether it is on the same subnet as the Victor application server or not. Selected multiple SIP devices can now be called from Victor by pressing the microphone icon in the quick action bar and selecting SIP Call from the resultant drop-down. In the call window that opens, simply drag any SIP-enabled devices that you wish to call in from the device list. If a device is added in error, it can be removed by selecting it in the call window and pressing the Remove button. When the desired SIP devices have been added, click the Call button to initiate a call to all of them. Note that devices to be called can also be selected by right-clicking on the call window. This displays an object selector which shows only SIP-enabled devices. This option is a great benefit and time saver for example, enterprise-level systems with a high number of devices in the device list. To broadcast out to all SIP devices in the system, again press the microphone icon in the quick action bar and select SIP Call, and click on the Broadcast to all devices checkbox. Then click the Call button. This can be an important and useful function in the case when a general system-wide message needs to be conveyed. It's also worth noting that the process to reject incoming calls is now to press the microphone icon and select the Reject button. The ringtone for incoming calls can also be configured on a per workstation basis. Simply right-click the workstation, select Edit, and in the SIP setting fields, click Custom, and then any audio file of .wav format can be selected as the ringtone. For further information, including initial configuration and setup of SIP devices and setting the Victor application server as the free switch server, please see the video entitled SIP Bidirectional Audio in Victor version 5.1 and above. That's the enhanced SIP functionality in VideoEdge and Victor 5.2. Thank you for watching.